and the whole world is consciousness. In fact, consciousness is there with or without the world. It is basically not about that. It is about us. If we are trying to access it, we need access points. Part one is, as we initially discussed, it is not we who created this. The kshetras are created by the divine himself. They are not man-made centers. Man could access the divine consciousness better at kshetras than in the households. That difference man did find. That Teertha has a better access. We have a better access in a Teertha. We have a better access in a temple. We have a better access in a kshetra than in a regular temple. This gradation people saw, and they thought their lives improve better when they access these, rather than they sitting and trying to invoke. Now, why do we need a pranapatishtha? Pranapatishtha is a very specific practice that an archaka does in a temple, and that is a one-time thing. That's not something we do daily. For our household, let us say there is a murti that we use. We use a murti or we don't use a murti. Let us say there are both approaches possible. We just do the japa, or we do a japa plus homa plus archana. There are both. Now, are we able to transform our whole being with just mantra? There are alternatives given. You can just do the mantra instead of tarpana. Also, you can do double the japa and all that. There are alternatives, but for that you will need to do that same thing. Just one thing 10 times versus we do the 3 different things, but towards the same objective. Now, is it just the mind that is transforming, or are we employing mind, word, action? All the manovakaya, all the 3 are involved. Are we able to transform our whole being or not? That is what ultimately matters. I have meditated, something has come to my mind. Is that idea changing my life? Is it really reflecting in all my actions? Have I been able to consecrate all my actions? No. That can come only after a lot of perfection of practice. And that perfection of practice, either through karma yoga or through the archa marga, whatever it is ultimately coming down to a physical practice end of the day. Whether we do it as a ritual or not is secondary. I mean, let us say we do our school activity or a office activity with that sense of perfection, deliberately changing each and every action or the motivation towards each and every action. This is a very long process. Now, that if that is hastened by a good Murti Puja or something, there is no problem in it, as I see. In fact, the whole Karma Yoga Shrauta is about that only. That is how I see it. Is it necessary? Yes, it is definitely hastening our progress.